For the first time in 2022-23 school year, it is Grayson County and Butler County matching up in one of the region's top rivalries. The first matchup of the season is going to be on the hard court, but not for basketball. But another net is in store as it's Lady Cougars and Lady Bears in volleyball. And a good evening and welcome here to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105 Digital Production. Sam Gormley with you this evening. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in as it is a little warm in the Cougar Den tonight, but it is going to be a great matchup. Anytime it's Grayson County and Butler County, you know that there's a lot to be excited about. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll introduce you to both the Lady Bears and the Lady Cougars. We'll get you ready for tonight's contest, and we'll also let you know a little bit about what's to come here tomorrow as the Cougar football team hits the road to Barron County. There's some interesting things about that game tomorrow, though. We'll be sure to mention that to you as well throughout the broadcast. Grayson County and Butler County come up here quick, so we'll take a break, come back as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy, and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are preparing to take on the Lady Bears of Butler County here in, this is not the first district game of the year for both of these teams, as both played earlier in the week. The Lady Cougars lost to Whitesville Trinity, and Lady Bears lost to Edmondson County, as it is a great night for volleyball. And we are here on K105 Digital Productions trying something a little bit new. I've been begged by our crew tonight that they wanted to put a camera in the student section. So that's exactly what we're doing. As you can see, the student section, it's a small but mighty rowdy Cougs tonight, but Ryan Keys, who is a manager for the basketball team and the football team, they say he's the best manager in the entire state. Clearly he's the best manager on the football team, but I mean, the standards are very low, but Ryan Keys has decided he wanted to run his own camera today. So throughout the match, we are going to be bringing you Ryan Keys' cam. So if you ever are wondering what it looks like for a camera, if it looks a little weird, it's not going to be something that we have often, but we're trying something a little different. As there's Ryan Keys' camera here in tonight's broadcast. That is in the student section, so it'll give you a different look here from the Cougar Den tonight. Grayson County and Butler County, the Lady Bears enter this match with a record of 1-3, as their leading player this season, Lily Glass, she's 17 kills. Alyssa Thacker with 11 kills. Sammy Johnson leads in the dig category. She's got 41. Haley Meredith will have 31 assists. She'll be one of the players you'll definitely want to keep an eye on as a setter. The libero is going to be Sammy Johnson for the Lady Bears. They're coached by Sarah Wilson. She's in her first season as the head coach of the Lady Bears. She was hired back in April to be the head coach of this Butler County program that, again, as we mentioned, they opened up district play earlier this week, as that was on Monday, as they faced Edmondson County at Butler County, and the final score was 3-0. But that first set, 25-23, Butler County can be a dangerous team. And Grayson County, if you're looking, probably favored in the match. But as you learn, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Because when you get rivalry matches, you never really know what can happen because, I mean, this means a lot. And for Butler County, they have an opportunity to come up and pick up a big road win against a Grayson County team that might necessarily be favored. But again, it means nothing once this match actually gets rolling. The Lady Cougars enter with a record of 4-5. We'll introduce you to them coming up next, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I wondered if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog. He's a fake.
Oh! I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, Grayson County and Butler County. Just about 5 minutes away from the first serve. It's weird here. We're sitting in our position here at the Cougar Den where we usually sit for basketball. So it's just natural for me to be sitting here to be saying that we have from tip-off. No tip-off here, at least. I can't imagine that we're going to be tipping, but you can see some setting over on the field on the floor right now as Grayson County is warming up. The Lady Cougars 4-5, 0-1 in 12th district plays. They opened up district play on Tuesday with a loss to Whitesville Trinity 3-0, but all three sets were very close. 25-17 in the first one, 25-21 in the second, and 28-26 in the third set. So it was a very close match. And I know that the Lady Cougars, that was a good opening test for them to kind of get an idea of where we are, what do we have to do to kind of keep moving forward into moving into district play, because they'll face Whitesville Trinity here in a couple of weeks. In fact, it'll be our next broadcast on September the 13th at home, and that'll be another test. And then I think for both teams, the hope would be that in about the middle of October that they'll meet here one more time in a district tournament game, and what could be the district championship potentially if things go as expected necessarily in the district. For the Lady Cougars, players you'll need to know: Lily Payne is the senior, 71 kills for Grayson County. Riley Penner at 42 kills. Allison Masden is the junior libero, 75 digs, 10 aces as well. Payne as well, a fantastic server. She's got 16 aces on the young season. Abigail Ray with 9 kills. Hannah Penner with 26. Emily Butler with 12 blocks and 144 assists. So you're going to see Butler feed it up to Lily Payne and Riley Penner to try and let them go for the kills on the outside. Try and hopefully that they can lead Grayson County to a victory here in tonight's contest from the Cougar Den. The Lady Cougars looking ahead for them after tonight's match. They're going to be back in action this weekend. So they're going to make the trip down 65 to Allen County, Scottsville. as they're going to face two games. The first match they're going to face is Westmoreland, Tennessee at Allen County. That'll be at 12:15. And a little later on at 2:30, they will face the host Lady Patriots, Allen County, Scottsville. Grayson County, not a lot of home matches this season. In fact, the next time that they'll be at home is September the 12th, 13th, and 15th. So they'll face Meade County, Whitesville, Trinity, and Ohio County in those 3 matches in 4 days. And, of course, we will be on the call for the match against Whitesville Trinity when they face them back on September the 13th, which, you know, we say September 13th, oh, that's so far away. It's really not. This time next week, it's September. It's crazy to sit and think. That's kind of the craziest part, is that I was doing some planning for next week and saw next football game next Friday is the 2nd of September, which is crazy to sit and think about here tonight. Lady Cougars and Lady Bears, we get closer and closer from the first serve of tonight's match. So what we'll do is we'll take a break, and all the play-by-play of Grayson County, Butler County comes up next.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Boston Center, Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy, and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Bears of Butler County are preparing to take on the Grayson County Lady Cougars, as they're announcing the starting lineups for both teams right now. As you can feel the energy here in this building. This is the home opener tonight for Grayson County. They've had a home scrimmage. This is the first time that they've been able to take a home crowd, and it's a good crowd. I know a good student section as well here in tonight's game. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's broadcast. And is looking ahead for future K105 Digital Productions broadcast tomorrow night. We'll talk more about this as well throughout the broadcast. Cougar football team hits the road to Glasgow. They're going to take on Barron County. That game is scheduled for 8 o'clock. And like I said last time, in the football game last Friday night, if that game starts at 8 o'clock, I'll give our director, Cole Snyder, tonight everything that's in my wallet, because there's no way that the game is actually going to start at 8 o'clock. It's going to start later, probably more like 8:30. That's maybe even being generous. I mean, in some instances, it might not get kicked off until 9 o'clock. So that means if you are making the trip to Glasgow tomorrow night, if you're going to listen to the call, if you're going to watch the call, might want to find your energy drink of choice, or maybe brew an extra cup of coffee tomorrow night and send us good vibes, because it'll be a late night for us in Glasgow. But it is a great facility. If you haven't made the trip, make sure you go out and cheer on the Cougars as they look to move to 2-0, taking on the Trojans of Barron County. And Emily Lush making sure she gets her recognition, the true best manager in the entire state of Kentucky. It looks like we're getting ready to get underway. It's great to see you and back with us here for tonight's contest between Grayson County and Butler County. The Bears will be on the left side of your screen to start. The Lady Cougars will be on the right side of your screen. Your head official tonight, Brian Jones, one of the hardest working men in officiating in KHSAA. So he does softball. I know he did a baseball game last year. He does basketball as well. He's a very, very nice guy as well. And he, I believe that the officials call him Preacher. That's his nickname. I think he is a pastor down in the Bowling Green area where he comes up from, but he's a super, super nice guy and a good official as well. So he's going to be your head official. And I wish I knew the name of our official on the near side, but I do not know, because I don't think he does basketball. At least if he does, he doesn't look familiar to me. Grayson County Lady Cougars, the record of 4-5, 0-1 in the 12th district. Butler County with a record of 1-3. They are also 0-1 in the 12th district. It's time for volleyball in Litchfield. The Grayson County Lady Cougars against the Lady Bears of Butler County. And it'll be the Lady Bears to serve first. It'll be taken by Alyssa Thacker, the senior. She's already got 6 aces on the season, and the opening serve is up, and we are underway here tonight from the Cougar Den. As immediately Lily Payne sends one over, and the Lady Cougars jump out to an early 1-0 advantage. First serve for Grayson County will be taken by the junior outside hitter, Riley Penner. Sam Gormley, though, with you on the call tonight. Your director for K105 Digital Productions is Cole Snyder, and your camera operators tonight is at the net, blocked partially by Payne, sent right back to the floor. As your camera operators tonight are Alex Cook, and right now it's not Ryan Keys. He's handed it off to someone else in the Grayson County students section for tonight's game. Here comes the serve for Penner one more time, and Butler County is there to receive it. The Lady Bears' one win on the season was a COVID cancellation win earlier this week against Cloverport. Dug out of the air, the libero comes to get it. Back over, Grayson County there to grab it. Payne put a little bit too much on it. You can tell she didn't really like the hit there as it came over. And that ball goes out, and another point here goes towards Grayson County. That was good teamwork there. So it happened right in front of the Grayson County bench, and the other teammates on the floor as well were shouting out to make sure that that ball did go out, and making sure that they knew that. Payne at the net sends it down, and Grayson on top of Butler County 4-0 early on in this match. Riley Penner enjoying the start. Sends it over, just gets it over the net, and that's always the perfect serve where it just kind of skirts right over. Maston up now to Butler. Payne sends it in. Another kill for Lily Payne. She's on fire to start putting some paint on the ball, and it is 5-0 Grayson County on top of the Lady Bears. Sarah Wilson trying to keep her team just locked in as it's still very early on in the match. And we're going to have an ace for Riley Penner, her 11th of the season. That ball wasn't received great by the Lady Bears in the middle, and because of that, there was nothing that they could do in trying to keep the ball alive. there to receive it. That time was Thacker. Sends over, and it is out just by a hair. It's always one of the more interesting things about volleyball that you don't necessarily see as the ball will roll all the way into one of the opposing locker rooms, and Ryan Keys, one of the student section members, I guess lost track of the ball, went running after it, and so did Riley Penner. She serves it over. But what I was saying is one of the more interesting parts about volleyball is Payne blocks, and that's going to be a point for Grayson County. 4 hits on the side of Butler County. It's one of the more interesting parts about volleyball is that you have parents who are officials. There's not another sport that happens. Is they're the line judges, and looks like we might have 2 Grayson County parents this time, but you'll sometimes see there will be a parent on each side as there's another point for Grayson County. We're going to timeout on the floor taken by the Lady Bears as Grayson all over Butler County 9-0 here in tonight's contest early on. Coming up, though, on K105 Digital Productions tomorrow, we will have Grayson County football at Barron County. 8 o'clock is what time that game is scheduled to start. Probably will be more like 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock from Glasgow. If you're watching with us tonight, which of course you are, because that's the only way for you to be listening to this broadcast, you can watch that right here on K105 Digital Productions. You'll also be able to listen to it over on K105 or via the K105 app. And next Tuesday, on August the 30th, we'll be over on the pitch as the Cougar soccer team welcomes in their district opener against Meade County. So we'll have the coverage of that game. 5 o'clock is the opening kick from the soccer complex. Another serve comes from Riley Penner. She's just been killing it for the Lady Cougars to start. Dotson up in the air to Butler. Down here to the near side. Blocked at the net by Butler, and that ends the run. Abigail Ray was met, and it wasn't a bad shot by Ray. It's just good job by Butler County to send it right back, and the Lady Bears are on the board, ending the 9-0 run to start. To serve is Carly Jones for Butler County. Received by the libero Masden. Off. Payne puts some Payne into it again. Another kill for Lily Payne. The student section loves it. Substitution coming out is Ray. We'll check out. In comes Hannah Penner. So you've got both Riley Penner and Hannah Penner on the floor right now. And there's an ace for Grayson County. Off the hands of the Lady Bears. The ace can be given to Allison Masden, her 11th of this young season. And if you're Kelly Harris for Grayson County tonight, you have got to love the start. And there's a service error for Grayson, and that is going to turn into a point for the Lady Bears. Just a little bit too much on that touch. Sub in here for Butler County is going to be Reagan Tuck, the sophomore. And to serve will be Jonna Cox. And there's going to be a service error. It's smart play there by Grayson. They were communicating to make sure that did go out, as it was very close. Cox almost was going to be able to find the line. It'll be Payne to serve for Grayson. She leads the team on the year with 16 aces. And you can make that 17 for Lily Payne, as Sammy Johnson, the freshman libero, tried to dig it out. And I like that right there. Carly Jones, the senior, goes up after the play. She obviously saw something, goes up and explains to Johnson what she did. And I think if you're Sarah Wilson, you have to love that as a senior going up to the freshman, because, listen, the seniors know this, is that they're the future of this program, and your little things like that on how to truly receive a serve can really benefit you in the long run. And was that tipped? It was tipped. Point Grayson County on the kill down here on the near side by Hannah Penner. But I think you have to love that if you're Sarah Wilson. Really, really good senior leadership from Carly Jones towards Sammy Johnson. The best part is that she wasn't yelling. She wasn't being mean or anything towards that. And we're going to have another ace here for Grayson. Sarah Wilson obviously saw something that time, the head coach for the Lady Bears, and looks like the ball rolled a little bit down. So at one point we had it run into one of the visiting locker rooms, and now it goes into the other visiting locker room as it bounds down the hallways. Payne to serve. She's already got 2 aces in this round. We won't have a third this time as it's sent over by Haley Meredith in the middle, and we're going to have an error called on Grayson County. Great start to this match for Grayson County. They led 9-0 to start, scoring the first 9 points of the match. To serve for the Lady Bears, Lily Glass, the freshman. She's got a pair of aces on the young year. Dotson receives, off to Butler, down to Penner, blocked the net, and it looks like some contact is going to be made with the net for Grayson. Now the Lady Bears have consecutive points, and that's one of those things. I mean, you're up by 11 for Grayson. Butler County has still a lot of time left in this set, and I'm sure that's part of what Sarah Wilson was telling her team is there's a lot to play in this match. It wasn't the greatest start in the world. Lady Cougars keep it alive. Over and in for Grayson. Penner, Hannah Penner, sends it off. To serve for Grayson is going to be Emily Butler, the senior setter. Good serve dug out by Glass. Give it off the libero Johnson into the air. Met by her partner Masden. Blocked the net by Dotson. Point Lady Cougars. I do also want to make sure that we mention, and we're trying to keep an eye on it as well as this match keeps going, but if you're watching with us on Facebook tonight, it also sometimes happens in YouTube, but we think we've fixed the problem in YouTube as we're going to have an ace for Grayson County. As that ace is going to head towards Emily Butler. For Butler, that'll be her 10th of the year. But you will sometimes see a comment on Facebook, and it will say something like, watch the game here, or stream the game live here, or something like that, and it will have a link, presumably for you to click on. And there's going to be another ace for Grayson. What we would say is 2 things if you see that in the comments. If it is K105 commenting that, disregard. It's rare, though, that we comment like something like that unless we are having issues. But if you see, like tonight, I just looked down here, Zoom Sports, as there is an error on the serve by Butler for Grayson. If you see that, do 2 things. 1, the most important thing, don't click on that link. It's usually spam or phishing. Don't click on it. What we would always recommend is clicking on our links. If we post it, it is safe. Don't click on any other links. There's a lot of spam out there right now, and you're seeing it, and sometimes they're getting even more creative with how they're trying to do it, and there's a kill for Grayson. Tried to be dug out by the Lady Bears, but too much on it for Grayson. But if you see that, don't click on it. Sometimes there'll be pages for the KHSAA. If you're seeing a link for a Grayson County game that is not coming from us, just don't click on it. If it is in our comments section, as that hits the rafters, and that's one of those just bad luck for Butler County. As the rafters, it's tough. We see that happen about once or twice a match. If it hits the rafters, that's in play. And you'll see it sometimes where that'll hit off, and it'll hit off one of those rafters and come flying down. It is really, really tough. Sometimes you just have bad luck, and we're going to have a double hit on Butler County, I believe is the call. It is. And Grayson's going to have the match lead here, 22-5. Second point, though. After you don't click on it, report it. Report it to Facebook. Report it to YouTube if you see it on there. That'll hopefully keep our comment section safe. There's one that went up through the rafters but didn't touch anything. Butler's not going to be able to keep it alive, though. And again, the rafters sometimes will do what it did in the previous time where it'll hit off one of the rafters and come back down, or that time it'll go up and through. And if you're Butler County, you kind of have to be on edge because you're not sure if that ball is going to come right back down. But again, if you see those comments, report it, don't click on it. That'll help us out, and we'll try to do the same. And we're going to have an error called on Grayson at this point. Kelly Harris, I don't believe, agreed with a call from the official. But I think she's looking right now and says that the Lady Cougars, good advantage right now. Let's just focus on the next play. Sammy Johnson will serve for the Lady Bears. Off, dug out by Dotson. Into the air, back down to Penner. Blocked at the net partially by Butler, and they're going to be able to send it back over. That's not something they've been able to do consistently in this match. Dotson over. We'll have contact made. Point, Lady Cougars. I believe they said that Haley Meredith made contact there. It'll be Allie Dotson to serve. The senior middle back. That was a really good serve and a nice dig out by Butler County in the middle. Payne the kill! She puts some service on that, and that is the set. Grayson leads Butler 25-6. We head to set number 2. Lady Cougars on top, 1-0 overall. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Boston Center, Team U, we have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
I am monitoring a call in which Flight 11, the flight attendant is advising our residents.
That was our if not me, then who moment. The 9/11 Heroes Run, it's about remembering other people. It's a moment to get out there and be a part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
It's almost over, isn't it? Lady Cougars took set number 1, 25-6. We're underway here in set number 2, and it's a perfect way to start with an ace for Riley Penner, the junior outside hitter. Gets another ace for Grayson, and it has been a great start for the Lady Cougars. They've had the momentum since the beginning. They led the first set 9-0. It's off into the air in the middle. Payne with another one. Lily Payne is putting on a clinic here in this evening's match. She's able to do whatever she wants. Over and wow, a perfect serve for Riley Penner. That ball just barely made it over the net. I'm not sure Riley could have gotten out a 6-foot ladder and dropped it over the net and could have placed it more perfect. Lady Cougars to get their first, 2 of their first 3 points in this set have come off of aces. And the other 2 have come off of hits and off the hand of Lily Payne. Lily Payne putting on a clinic tonight. Entering this match had 71 kills to lead the way for Grayson. Into the air and another one for Grayson. It's been ace, kill, ace, kill, ace. Penner to serve one more time. This time Butler County is able to dig it out and send it back. Off into the air. Ray, kill for Abigail Ray. Her 10th of the season, the sophomore. And I see her mom and dad opposite us right now. Proud sponsors of K105 Digital Productions, Midway Pharmacy. Blocked at the net. Payne back over in Grayson. They led the first set 9-0. They now lead the second set by a touchdown at 7-0. To serve will be Riley Penner. Off into the air. Wow, really nice play by Butler. That was Jones to be able to send it over, and the Lady Bears, because of it, are going to get a point. That was a great play. As Jones kind of off balance, just able to put her right arm in the air and knock it over, and you gotta love that if you're a Butler County Lady Bear fan. There's a long service error. Alyssa Thacker there, and Grayson's gonna get the ball back to serve it away. Appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's broadcast. If you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions tonight, especially if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when we go live as taps over and Butler County's going to get the point. I know that your director for tonight's broadcast, Cole Snyder, as soon as we went live tonight, I looked down as his phone popped up and the YouTube notification came on and it said K105 is now live, and it's the perfect way, if you're a fan of the Cougars, to be sure that you don't miss anything as you get that little notification that pops up on your phone. So in the case you might forget, or in a case like tomorrow night as Payne sends it over, and is it out or in? It is out. So it was really close. Kind of hugged that line. That's the one downside to myself. Colors are not necessarily my strong suit, and the color of the lines here to go out and in here at the Cougar Den is kind of a cream? Is that how we would describe that color on the tan floor? It's not necessarily the easiest thing to see at times, especially right in front of our vantage point as it kind of blends in between the lights from up top. Back over goes Grayson County, and an error is going to be called. Double hit called on the Lady Bears, the Lily Glass. It'll be Lily Payne to serve for Grayson. Nope. Oh, now she will serve. Sends it over. Glass up into the air. Grayson's able to keep it up as it goes right back over. Back and forth like pinball, the ball goes. Dotson at the net, partially blocked by Butler to send it back over. Lady Bears put themselves back into this set here. It's 9-4 after Grayson was up 7-0. We'll have an error on the serve by Cox for the Lady Bears. To serve for Grayson's Emily Butler. And I think maybe some partial contact was made by Riley Penner at the net for Grayson. Butler over. Penner that time does make contact, and the off-balance fire back over is a point towards Grayson. Try to bring you a score update here of 12th District action. Whitesville Trinity is facing Edmondson County, and let's see if the score is, well, this isn't very helpful. Whitesville Trinity wins the third set 25-12. I'm not sure if that finishes off the match or not. Into the air, it goes up and over. And we're going to have an error called on Butler, a double hit. Payne, Mansden, and there's some miscommunication as both Penner and Butler were looking at one another, and they weren't sure who was going to take it. And Penner went diving after it beforehand and wasn't able to get there quite in time. To serve for the Lady Bears is Lily Glass. And that goes into the net. I want to make sure that I do give a shout out tonight. Not sure if he's watching or not, but one of our camera operators tonight, Alex Cook, his dad is recovering from surgery. I'm not sure if he's tuned in tonight or not, but if he is, and Dennis, you're watching, we hope you get better soon. We're looking forward to seeing you in a volleyball match here very soon. Hopefully you're locked in and cheering on the Lady Cougars. I know there's multiple players on this team that you know very well, and I'm sure you're cheering them on if you're watching with us, and if not, I'm sure you'll go back and watch it. And we want to make sure that we're pulling for you, and we look forward to seeing you in a match here very soon. Ray up into the air. Penner fires one across. It's like a fastball. Up to Butler. Butler with the right hand quickly goes over, tries to catch. Butler County napping. The Lady Bears were not, and they're going to end up getting a point now off of it in their own ways. Masden comes back in place of Hannah Penner. (14-6). Grayson leads here in set number 2. Up into the air and long. Point for Grayson. It'll be Dotson to serve for Grayson. Another good serve by the senior, and we're going to have an ace out of it. That's one of those tough plays that Lily Glass was going, and it's one of those two that when you're not at your home, it's like in baseball where you're running for a ball in foul territory. If you're at home, you know the exact distance if you're a first baseman running towards until you run into the wall, as there's another ace for Dotson. But in that situation, you didn't know where the bench was, and it's different everywhere else. It might be a little bit closer. It's not by much, but there you could tell Glass just the unfamiliarity. It's not her fault. She has probably never, as a freshman, probably never played a game here. And there's another ace for Dotson. She makes it 3 in a row. It's just tough on that play. The Cougar student section on the far side loves it. You can hear them coming to their feet. 3 straight aces for Allie Dotson. Can she make it 4 in a row? It's a block. Met half and half by Payne and by Ray. And the Cougar student section loves it so much that they break out a gritty on the far side. And a timeout is going to be taken. 19-6 here in set number 2. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy, and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Allie Dotson to serve out of the timeout. 19-6, Lady Cougs lead here in set number 2. And there's an ace for Dotson out of the timeouts. Allie Dotson putting on a serving clinic right now. She goes to TED Talk on serving in this moment. The senior, can she make it her 5th ace of this round? It won't happen this time, but she's able to dig it out to Butler. Down here to the near side to Penner. Up into the air, met, partially touched, and Lily Payne immediately tapped her chest and said, that one's my bad. 20-7 is the lead for Grayson here in this set. And to serve is Sammy Johnson, the freshman. Off, and it's going to be an error. A little too long on the serve by Johnson. Off into the air, Ray. Back up, blocked by Payne, and Butler was almost able to keep that going. As heck of an effort on the floor by Carly Jones, the senior. To serve will be Penner. And an ace. The Cougar student section loves it tonight here at the Cougar Den. Meredith into the air. Sent back over, Dotson to Butler, down into the near side to Ray. Back up, almost some contact, blocked by Payne. And we have ourselves set point. 24-7. Grayson leads here in the set. Dug out, and that's it, and ace ends the set. Grayson leads the match 2-0 as we head to set number 3. Grayson County leads. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh, stupid controller froze again.
Spending less money,
I wondered if you guys wanted me. OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff the crime dog! He's a fake!
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake, and so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. Let's take a bite out of crime together.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing it.
You are smart, kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Grayson County leads 2-0 here in this match. And you gotta love what you're seeing here tonight from the Lady Cougars. It's been a lot of fun tonight here at the Cougar Den, and Grayson has put on a show. It'll be Butler County to serve here in this set. To start. Saw a couple of score updates as well to bring you. Davis County leads Owensboro Catholic up the end of the first set in volleyball, 26-24. I know that the Lady Cougar soccer team has been in action tonight against Butler County in soccer action. Haven't seen a final from that one. If we get one, we'll make sure to bring it to you So the Lady Cougars trying to pick up a district victory on the road in Morgantown tonight, and we got a tennis ball on the court. Know that the tennis balls have been flying up and down here, and it's a point for Butler County regardless, but that's one that, tennis ball's been rolling, almost hitting us up here, and now one went onto the floor, and immediately Jason Kincaid, athletic director, took that, and I think it's going to be the end of the tennis match, because I don't think you're going to be seeing any more tennis balls on the court. It is 1-0 Butler. It's the first time they've led in this match. Grayson led 9-0 to start the first set, 7-0 to start the third set, and an error going to be called on Butler. A contact with a net made by Jonna Cox. In the middle, Grayson at the net. Payne sends it over, and Grayson takes the lead in this set here at 2-1. Up into the air, it bounces, and a point for Grayson as they find the bottom of the floor. Up into the air, Butler. Dug out by Masden. Feeds it up to Payne, and Payne with another. Seemingly, I could just keep saying, Lily Payne, Lily Payne, Lily Payne. And that's exactly what we have to do. Blocked, and I'll give you one guess as to who blocked that. If you guessed Lily Payne and Emily Butler, you would be correct. Up into the air, and a little too much on the feed. Tried to feed it to Lily Glass, and she tried to make a play on it, but just ran out of real estate. Penner with a serve. She's been highly efficient as well serving. Bounds up to the air, Dotson. To Butler, down here to the near side to Ray. And bounced. I thought that was going to maybe hit the basketball hoop, but it doesn't. And the net is where that ball heads from Cox. Penner one more time into the air. Lady Bears are not going to get it over. And I think we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We are. First, here in the third set, Grayson leads the match overall 2-0, but we have a timeout on the floor taken as it is 8-1. Grayson County here in set number 3 is tonight on K105 Digital Productions. We're trying something a little different as we have what we're calling Ryan Key's Cam, as he is one of the managers for the football and the basketball team. He's running the student section tonight, and we've got a camera rolling right now, and I don't really know what they're showing you. Is I think we're going to have some semblance of a – oh, they're looking at the scoreboard. Okay. Again, we don't know what they're showing. Is they asked us, and because I'm a nice guy, I said yes for tonight's game. I guess he's introducing us to everybody that's in the student section tonight. I don't know most of these faces, or I would tell you. Looks like there's Dylan Horn, who's a basketball player. Again, that's Ryan Key's camera tonight. We're having a little bit of fun, trying something a little bit different. It might just be a one-time thing here in tonight's match. Out of the timeout here, it is 8-1 Grayson here in set number 3. Final score also to bring you tonight in soccer action, as we mentioned. Lady Cougars pick up the win against Butler County 3-0. So congrats to Grayson. They snap their losing streak and pick up a big district win. Grayson's going to get the point there. Serve here for Butler. It's going to be taken by Cox. Bouncing up. In at the net. It goes back and forth. They're going to keep it playing. Butler gives it to Payne. Butler's able to keep it up. And I thought I heard a whistle blown, and we did. Contact made by Lily Glass. 10-3, Grayson leads, trying to pick up the win here in this match. (10-3). Payne to serve. And an ace for Lily Payne. We will remind you, too, to follow us on Twitter all season long at K105 Sports. It is the best place for your Grayson County score updates, news, information that you might need. Go to follow at K105 Sports if you're on Twitter. It's the best place to follow. And Allie Dotson sends it over. Score update to bring you as well. Butler County, through 2 sets, leads Hancock County 2-0 as they picked up the first 2 sets. That game is happening at Hancock County, but I saw a picture as we're going to have an error there as it goes into the bench. As I think that game looked like it was happening at Hancock County Middle School. As I saw a picture, it was not the high school gym. I'm not sure if the volleyball team does play there or not. To serve will be Lily Glass for the Lady Bears. Off and over, Payne digs it out to Butler. Down here to the near side, and we're going to have a fourth hit by Grayson as Butler immediately tapped herself and said, nah, that one was my bad. And sometimes you see that, and I always like to see that from a team, and that's when you know that you got a team that gets along. Listen, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to, if you're playing football, you're going to miss a block sometimes. That just happens. It happens. But the key is, and I'm sure any coach would tell you this, is that you don't miss the next block. And, or as there's into the nets, goes Hannah Penner. Or, in baseball, you're going to strike out. That's going to happen. You're going to make an error. It'll happen in the field. It doesn't matter what sport you play. You're going to fail. And the key is to make sure that you get back up, forget about that, because, listen, as that one skirts over the net and it does have a little bit too much curve on it, to go out of bounds. But I think it was a really good quote, and it was back in a Cougar in the Classroom segment that we did with Mr. Spirit a few years ago, and I think he had something along the lines of a quote that he had said is that, in life there are no reruns. You get one chance. And it's the same thing with sports. You get one chance to be able to make it happen, and you just move on. And that's good, and that's what the Lady Cougars have done here in this situation. It'll be Emily Butler to serve to Butler County. Up over, kind of a quick one, sent back over by Haley Meredith. And Penner dug out by Glass. Off into the air and into the net goes, I believe that might be Balicki. It's a number 14. I don't have a number 14 on my roster. But there's been one other player that has appeared in a match for Butler County this season, and that's Balicki, so I'm assuming that might be her. Butler to serve one more time. 15-6, Lady Cougars lead. They lead the match 2-0 overall. Butler to Dotson. Received here by Payne. Into the air to Butler. Off to Penner, and contact made by Butler. heard one Lady Bear fan that didn't seem to agree with the call. For the Lady Bears, they'll be back in action. I was looking at the wrong schedule. I was like, what? They're playing Allen County and Westmoreland this weekend as well? No, they're not. They will be back in action on Saturday as they will be playing at 9:15 a.m. in the Battle in the Barrens as they'll face Glasgow at Barron County. I believe that's one of those tournaments. I think Grayson County played in that maybe last year or the year before. So they'll probably play a couple of matches. So they'll face Glasgow in their first one, 9:15 is their first scheduled match. And they have a home district match against Whitesville Trinity next week as well. For the Lady Cougars, we mentioned, as there was a service error by Emily Butler, that they will be playing at Allen County, Scottsville. On Saturday, they'll face Westmoreland, Tennessee at 12:15, and they'll face the Lady Patriots at 2:30. And then they'll come back on Monday, and they will travel to Edmonson County, going to downtown Browntown to face Edmonson County. Kill down here to the near side for Penner, as Grayson County inches closer to trying to pick up a big win here in their home opener. But that'll be a big test for Grayson to go down to Edmonson County, a very tough place to win. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing. It's a tough place to win. An error on the far side by Butler. Did I see Butler County take a timeout? I did not. As into the match comes Thacker. Dug out and received by Johnson. Up in the air, Penner to Butler. Far side, Ray. There and receiving it was Meredith for the Lady Bears. At the net, blocked and sent down by Abigail Ray. 20-7. Up into the air and blocked by Dotson at the net. Sent over by Hannah Penner. Glass, a little bit too much. That one kind of hit off on the side of her right hand, and because of it, it skirted out of bounds. Lady Cougars 3 points away from picking up a straight set victory tonight against Butler County. Payne receives it up. Off and in, and we have ourselves match points. Can the Lady Cougars finish off the Lady Bears right now? They lead 3-0, or they lead the match here 2-0. It's 24-7 right now. It'll come up into the air. Over towards the far side, dug out by Penner to Butler. Off into the air to Dotson to finish it off. Grayson wins by a final score of 3-0. They sweep the match 25-6, 25-7, 25-7. Grayson County defeats the Lady Bears tonight here in the home district opener and the home opener. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. Lady Cougars win. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
There's an epidemic of hearing loss in the world today. 1.1 billion young people worldwide are at risk from listening too loud and too long, and up to 1 in 4 U.S. adults show signs of noise-induced hearing loss. It's happening because the world is noisy and blasting your headphones only makes it worse. Here's what you can do. Give your ears a rest. Just like your body, they need breaks too. And when you rock out, and we all do, be smart and carry ear protection. Let's make earplugs cool. So, listen up, people. When the world turns it up to 11, lower it to 6. Because hearing things we love is one of the greatest gifts of life. And once it's gone forever. You're never too young or too old to take care of your ears.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars pick up a match and they win tonight by a final score of 3-0 is the final in this match. As if you're Grayson County, you got to love what you saw tonight. I mean, Lily Payne was fantastic. Everybody was fantastic. They played really, really well, and I'm sure that Kelly Harris loves what she saw from her team here in tonight's contest. I want to remind you of coming up here in K105 Digital Productions. Tomorrow, we make the trip to Glasgow as the Cougar football team will take on the Trojans of Barron County. That game, again, I'm going to say it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. You're going to hear me say it a lot over the next 24 hours. That game is scheduled to start just about 24 hours from right now at 8 p.m. It's not going to start at 8 p.m. It's just not. As the first game, as it's a bowl game, it's going to be game 2. Game 1 is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock Central, which means that the game would have to end as they have to put 30 minutes between the two games. It means that the game would have to be a very quick game and end at 7:30 for the game to start on time. Could it happen? Sure. It could happen, as game 1 is McCreary Central against Hart County. It would have to be a running clock for that to happen. More than likely, that game will be delayed and it'll start more like 8:30, maybe even closer to 9 o'clock. Follow us on Twitter at K105 Sports. We will let you know when the game will start. So that is really important to do that. And you can join us and watch the coverage, or you can just make the trip and cheer on the Cougars. There was a really good crowd last Friday for the Tobacco Bowl against Edmonson County. I know that the Cougar faithful would love another big crowd to cheer on the Cougars to take on Barron County tomorrow evening. We'll be back for another K105 Digital Productions broadcast, non-football, on Tuesday as we'll hit the pitch as the Cougar soccer team will welcome in Meade County for their home district opener. And then we'll be back here in the Cougar Den for volleyball on September the 13th. So the Lady Cougars face Whitesville Trinity, and then back again on September the 27th as the Lady Cougars face Edmonson County. We're also going to try and work out the details and hopefully be able to broadcast the district tournament that will be hosted here at Grayson County High School as well this season. That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight from Grayson County High School. As you want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew, but before then we'll also thank our guest camera operator tonight. That was Ryan Keys, as he filled in. He's not a member of the crew necessarily. I guess he's an honorary member here for tonight's game. He ran your student section camera tonight. Your camera operator was Alex Cook. Your director was Cole Snyder. So on a night where the Lady Cougars pick up a 3-0 sweeping victory over Butler County to improve to 5-5 on the season of 1-1 12th district play. This is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.